All right. Now, let's start off with the bad news and then the worst news. Um, we all know what happened to Renee Nicole Good. That was an obvious murder. I don't care how you slice it. The problem is, it's not the only one. Alex Peretti, just the other day, was gunned down by ICE uh, in the streets in front of a crowd, shot 10 times. 10
Yeah.
times. And he's not the only one. See, the little known names are what I'm bringing right now. And Geraldo Lunas Campos was murdered in an ICE detention center,
Yeah.
suffocated, choked to death by an ICE guard because he wouldn't go in without his medication.
Yeah, remember that.
So they killed him.
Yeah. And then there's Keith.
It's no longer ICE is there to protect us. It's now ICE is there to control us. What's happening is they're doing these random acts of severe violence or of terminal violence to say this is going to be you if you don't comply.
And it's a message to us.
It is. It is definitely. And the problem that
we're standing up and doing what we should have been doing a long time ago, and they're trying to put us in our place. Well, they can piss off. That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
the problem I have is nobody's doing much about it. Yes, we're out protesting, but that's all we can do. And they just ignore us. And it's no longer to protect us from the criminal element of immigration. It's now to control the votes.
Mm-hmm.
Pam Bondi sent a letter to Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, saying, if you give us your voter rolls, we'll remove ICE from your state.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that clear up all the violence from the immigrants, or is that just, where does all that go? If you're there for the violence and then we give you a piece of paper and you leave, then what happens to the violence? Right. It's, you're not there for that reason. There's no way anyone would believe that.
Right. No, that's the whole point. That's the point of it. Pain, suffering, intimidation, all of it. That's exactly what it's about. And that's what they're delivering. Worse than that, they're making their message crystal clear, of what they're trying to do. They're being lawless, in my opinion.
Yeah, they should no longer be covered under qualified immunity or even partial immunity. I mean, the word that I've gotten just recently is that some of these ICE agents are actually pardoned criminals from January 6th.
Yeah, I've heard it too.
Congress has called for a list. Congress has called for a list from Pam Bondi of all the January 6ers that are working in ICE right now, and she refuses to give it to them.
Because
she refuses to give it to them.
Stuart Rhodes is one.
And now they know that they're losing the confidence of the Republican Party because they passed the budget through the House, but the Senate has too many Republicans to turn it down, to make changes, to send it back to the House. So they closed Congress, they closed the House, which means that this will be the second.
It wouldn't have.
This will be the second.
Anyway. It wouldn't have passed.
This will be. No, it won't. But This way, it can't go back to the House for revisions because there's no House,
Right.
which means
Well, actually, what they're worried about right now, though, with that is impeachment for Kristi Noem is also on the table right now, and Republicans want that. So now there's Republicans that are willing to bring it up because they're the majority, and he's going to have to answer to that. So that's another reason why they're closed, because people are demanding her, and also Pam Bondi. They want her
right, but
impeachment as well, and that's from
right, but what we have to keep in mind is this will be the second government shutdown in 6 months.
In 6, yeah.
The
Well, then
the
he
last
left.
government shutdown was October 1st.
Mhm.
What's that?
With any luck, they won't cave this time. But there's 7 Democrats that need to go because they supported the.
Yeah, this time,
go over to that.
this time they're holding out for.
Yeah.
I agree with you, and 2 of them are from New York.
Yeah.
2 of them are from New York, which really makes me angry.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and if they're shutting it down. They're refusing to pass the bill as long as it has a provision to up the budget for ICE.
Right.
They want to raise the budget.
Always mute your devices.
They want to raise the budget for ICE.
Right.
I forgot that it was. Yeah. Yeah, they want to raise the budget for ICE and for border patrol.
Yeah.
And
a few
now
more
the Republicans some of the Republicans are going, not anymore. Not after what you did to Alex Preddy, where they claimed he was a domestic terrorist. They claimed that he had brandishing a weapon to try and take out as many ICE agents as he can. And then when all the videos came out, they had egg on their face.
They're going crazy over this. Yeah, absolutely. And they should. And every right to carry that with him. And it had no difference whether he was in a protest or not. That was, since when can you not carry in a protest? There's nothing for that. So of the times to carry, I think that would be the most appropriate, to be honest with you. So whatever.
Well, let's be clear. This is no longer a party problem.
Mm-hmm.
This is a we problem.
Yes, it's an up and down problem too.
You know, it's not a Republican or Democrat problem. It's a United States citizen problem. We're in deep shit.
It's not just this country either. This is spreading. This is not isolated to the U.S. So yeah, we need to take care of this now, so it sends the message everywhere else that this has got to stop.
You know, and all of Trump's diversions are falling apart. They're not working. The whole thing with Venezuela, it was all, you know, everybody sees through it. He put the same party in power.
Oh, yeah.
He did nothing. He changed nothing. The deal with Greenland that he's worked over in Davos.
The concepts of the deal.
It's the same deal that we have.
Yes.
They're allowing us to put more people on our bases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we already had the bases. So what happened to we have to have it because that's the only way to keep the world safe? It was all a diversion for him to go, hey, look over here. Don't pay attention to ICE. Look over at this end.
Well, no, he's more worried about Epstein files. Even ICE is related to what I call the Trump files. It's not. This is about Trump. He's the head. I used to think that Epstein was the head. He's not. It is Trump. Trump is the head of this whole friggin' nasty ring. And there's proof of that, too. Irrefutable proof, actually.
Well, the problem that I'm seeing is, well, I have a question. Is calling in the National Guard like Tim Walz did, where they came in and they were giving out donuts and hot coffee to protesters?
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was nice. It's a nice gesture, but it doesn't stop us from
Yeah,
dying.
yeah, I know.
You know,
And
what
police
is the real
backing up
purpose of
fight too? I don't understand that.
what is the real purpose of bringing in the National Guard if they're not going to protect us? They're just going to get us fat.
Well, you're right. I think I would have rather seen a show of force. And also, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that they were given instructions to arrest any ICE people they saw on site.
I did not hear that, but I did not hear that, but I did hear that they had the power to apprehend ICE if they were found committing illegal acts.
Yeah, well, right now, being this far away from the border, I think that qualifies.
Well, I'm sure it qualifies for Border Patrol. They shouldn't be anywhere near there.
Hell no. No.
But to turn around to a state and go, we're going to send 3,000 more ICE people, ICE members, ICE agents over to your state, unless you give us what we want. That sounds like the mob.
Yeah. I think any entity that's got this much power over its citizens needs to be dismantled. Yeah.
Trump is trying to play Hitler.
2.0. Yeah.
I just found out today that one of his cronies, I forget his name, just bought TikTok.
Oh, that's the same dude who's financing or a part of that Palantir or Palantir, whatever you call it, that spy company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
and I've noticed the app too is that I can see the algorithm or something is changing. Yesterday, I used to get 1,000 or so views on my stuff, and I think I had 10 yesterday. And very few things were getting out at all. And I'm not the only one. I've been hearing things all around, mostly on YouTube, people going onto YouTube to talk about it. And then I go on today, and my feed is dominated by MAGA. MAGA, 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 every other thing, MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. So I just started to go with it. I'm like, good, now I can start hammering these fucking people. So I started sending them things. Maybe it'll change the algorithm.
Well,
but yeah.
This is all part of his, I'm going to conquer the world before I'm out of power. Unfortunately for him, I believe if we can hold out till November, he'll be out of power shortly.
I don't think he's going to make it to November, to be honest with you. His health is deteriorating like a stone. He has all the signs of dementia.
Speaking of that, do you recall him being on a plane and saying that they gave him an MRI, but he didn't know what it was for?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it turns out it wasn't an MRI. It was a CAT scan. They gave him a CT scan. How do you not know?
Didn't he have to take an IV for that?
What's that?
Well, usually they make you drink something or they give you an IV so they can follow the contrast around. And, well, if it's a CT scan with contrast, but odds are it's going to be with contrast. They're going to want to know what the hell's going on. So, yeah, you would know that. Yeah, I've had one. So.
Oh, yeah, I've had many. I smashed my head so many times.
It shows.
But, yeah.
Nothing but love for you, brother.
He claimed that cognitive test that he took was an IQ test. He aced the IQ test better than anyone's ever seen. But it's not being able to come out. We don't even know what condition our president is in.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. He's not fit to be a fucking president.
But we know that there's problems, but we just don't know the extent. We don't know the extent.
President, not fit at all. That's good.
He could be dying tomorrow or have another 6 years.
You tease. Sorry.
But what we have to look at is the people propping him up.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of the
They're
Pam Bodies, the
desperate
Cash
for him.
Patels.
They're doing everything they can to weekend at Bernie him, and for as long as they can. He's not even talking properly. He's freezing in speech where he just can't speak.
Which is why he canceled.
Look at his face. If you compare him to just a few years ago, it looks like two totally different people.
And don't fool yourself.
Yeah.
Don't fool yourself. It's not because of the crowd booing him. It's because of his health that he's skipping the Super Bowl this year. He's not going.
What about the UFC fight that's going to be on his fucking front lawn? I hope they cancel that. I hope the people that are doing it.
I haven't heard a date set for that, and they may never set one.
Good. I still can't believe half the friggin' White House is missing. You know.
Well, I heard that he now he wants to start working on the East Wing, or I'm sorry, the West Wing.
You're right. There is no East Wing. Yeah. No, he just wants to. He wants to piss on everything. He wants to mark everything. That's what is. I'm surprised he's not putting something on the Washington Monument or the Lincoln Memorial or something like that.
Well, he does want to build that arch. That arc made out of
Triumph or whatever. Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah.
The Arc de Trump. He wants to put gold accents and a statue of himself on each side.
Yeah. Because that's what we want to see every day.
I hope that whoever the next president is won't be J.D. Vance, for one. Number two, will tear down everything that he's put. This ballroom.
They will demand it.
Get rid of this ballroom. The Oval Office. Get rid of all that fucking gaudy gold that he's got in there.
Oh my God, that's disgusting too. I've never seen. That's all plastic crap too. It's not even real.
I've seen
Lowe's and Home Depot. It's trash, just like him. It's cheap plastic China crap.
I've seen trailers.
You know,
I've seen trailers decorated better than that.
No shit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. It's just horrible.
But the problem that we face is that our citizens are being gunned down in the streets for doing nothing.
No,
and it's going to come a
duty. That's what they were gunned down for. Doing their civic damn duty. They were supposed to do that.
There's going to come a time, and I don't see it far off, where we're going to have to start fighting back. They're changing the narrative of everything that happens, but they can only lie for so long. And I hate to say it because I'm a nonviolent person in my old age, but we may have to take up arms or something to defend ourselves. Stand in groups of 50 and make sure that if they're going after one, then they're going to have to take us all.
I think it'll be more like Minneapolis, where it's thousands, because that's the numbers we need. People, not even MAGA Republicans, are going to see this and realize that this is too much. You know,
I mean, poor Alex Peretti. He was a nurse for the VA, an ICU nurse for our veterans. He wasn't out to hurt anyone. And now his family is without him. The hospital says that it won't be the same without him. Renee Nicole Good, her family is decimated. And here's the problem I have is these families should not have to take a day, not even a second, consider
a lawsuit because the government is running down their deceased family member.
This should come out of their
No,
not the government's.
at no time should anyone, especially 10 minutes after an incident, declare someone a domestic terrorist and a murderer or would-be murderer without investigation.
Right. Especially, yeah. They don't like due process. That's something they don't know. They want that to go away. Yeah. Nobody deserves due process except for them.
Well, Trump did say before his campaign restarted that if he was reelected, he wanted to get rid of the Constitution.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
And it looks like now he's doing it little by little. He's taking away our rights, giving us nothing in return.
Well, excuse me. Probably less than nothing, actually.
I think the first thing we need is there was a general strike this past week.
Yeah, in Minnesota.
It was not just Minnesota, all over. New York had one too.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You're right. I didn't hear about that.
New York, we had a general strike and a nursing strike where I believe it was 13,000 nurses went on strike for the day.
Yeah, I think Bandami went for that.
He did. And I think we need more of that. We need not just in the big cities, everywhere. Everywhere. People come out of your houses and stand on your street and just right. Well, I recall a time when everyone at the same time turned on their porch light to represent for a specific cause. We need that kind of commitment now.
Yeah, something.
Matt, I don't know what's going to happen to the rest of us. At times I'm speechless. At times I'm so angry I could spit nails.
Yeah, me too.
At times I just sit here and cry because this is not the America I grew up in.
Yeah, me too, man.
But we can't give up. We have to make sure that we hit the polls, that we do what we have to do.
We dig in.
And I'm tired of these people who say, well, why should I vote? I'm only one vote. My vote really doesn't matter. No, it really does. It really does, especially now. Matt, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for the invite. Good talking to you, man.
All right.